welcome back to my channel. My name is Panda Girl, and today we are continuing some more the ABC murders. So, we have Donald Fraser here. Maybe we should have a look at him first before we talk to him. He insisted on seeing me,
This
apparently.
man is tired.
He's tired. Yeah, he's got black rings around his eyes. He's slumped. He didn't shave. Keeps moving his eyes. Crumpled clothes. I see. Shame.
Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
That's no good. Can talk to him.
Mr. Parrow, I don't know why I'm here.
You don't know why you're here?
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Parrow, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
What's the dream?
Have a drink, and tell me about this dream.
Good. Yay, I did it.
It's always the same.
Just did what I would have
I'm
done.
on the beach with Betty. I grab her around the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen
Megan's her
Megan
sister,
Barnard
right?
recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Interpret Donald's dream. How should Donald's dream be interpreted? He was in love with Betty. He feels guilty about Betty. He likes Megan. He's starting to have feelings for Megan, and he feels guilty about abandoning Betty. I see.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
Wow.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Yeah.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
The murderer likes trains
Poor
too.
boy, he seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Product?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
Before we continue the video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a like and subscribe for more content. Because at this point, she is like the most likely suspect. I think,
Mademoiselle,
personally.
I asked you here in order to answer a very important question. Am Am I right in thinking you said that you did not speak to anyone on the day Sir Carmichael was murdered?
It's the absolute truth.
Yet,
Lie.
Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really?
What
She must
now?
have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size, glasses, dark suit, and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
She's literally describing
Nothing
a
else?
killer.
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident, but he wasn't.
You also forgot to tell me that you had been fired.
You never asked me. It was Franklin who led you to believe that I left voluntarily. He's more chivalrous than you. I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark
Oops.
did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin could not go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man, and he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston. Are you planning on returning to Churston?
Who knows what the future holds?
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
What about his brother?
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
What about his brother?
I met Thora Grey on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her.
She probably would
Let
have
us now
married
try and
the
get our
brother.
brain cells to work.
Would Thora have married Sir Carmichael if he had lived? Thora wanted to be married and certainly would have succeeded in
You must
doing
know
so.
how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
No.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating.
She
Just look how
is.
she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and
Yep.
that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is there another common point between the murders? Before each murder, the victim or someone close to them were in a situation where they could buy stockings.
It's perfectly clear, Hastings, perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest to Job.
Oh. So it's a stocking merchant. Interesting. Telephone job. Okay, sure, we can do that.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yay.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not
traveling
take orders.
salesman.
He sells door to door.
Yeah.
Right. The hunt is on.
It is on. Da-da-da-dum. Doncaster is next. With your stockings, sir.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Are you?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
Cust Bonaparte.
You
Cust.
shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Yeah, he does look very unwell, doesn't he? But he's getting messy with everything. So I feel like this is
Can
the
you
one
get the
that will
post,
catch.
Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Oh! Attitude?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
Yeah, what's up with you, dude? You okay?
Are you collecting the post, Poirot?
Alright. Unnecessary. 2 letters.
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long. ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received
Hyperary.
earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
Oh, I wonder if they were talking about...
It is not the right time.
Oh, okay then. I wonder if... Sorry. Do we get to see the post?
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's
Alphabet
highly
murder.
probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities and villages whose names begin with a D and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a
Ratio.
name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
That's so peculiar. This was 2 days
Daily Blag.
before.
August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things troubled great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his moustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
No. That's no good. It's alright though. Let's quickly see if we can do this thing.
Let us examine this.
Okay. So we've got the eye over here.
Certain characters.
Okay. We have to
Let
do
us
this one.
examine
No,
the
no,
character.
no. I didn't press that. I
Yes,
pressed
this
here.
eye. Yes, the I characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects. I have
And
to find
then-
some.
The W But it's only the
The W is not...
small W.
Of course, the W character.
Okay.
I
And
have
then
to
the
find...
last one is the ABC.
Yes,
And the ABC.
that's right. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same type.
Mm-hmm.
Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Oh dear.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes, yes.
Dear. Why is he so angry? Okay, so I think we first need to go get the stuff because there's a package over here.
It is not...
Sorry, there's stuff here. Sorry.
All of this needs putting in order a little.
They need putting in order. Okay. Where do I put them? Like that? Oh, no.
I think that... This page is finished.
Nice! We got
That's
it.
done. 3 more to go.
Okay, let's start. I should have actually started at the top here. Sorry about that.
This page will be reconstructed in a flash.
You don't have to tell me everything all the time. Let's just get through this, okay?
This page is finished. And that's 2 done.
Okay,
It's
thank
easier.
you. Yes, thank you. My gosh, he talks so much. He loves the sound of his own voice. My gosh, I don't want to put this piece yet.
This piece should be placed here.
Yes, okay, so that's what okay, whatever. I think I'm just getting angry. It's unnecessary for me to get
This
angry. I'm
page is
just kidding.
charged.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm literally
This
just
page is
talking about
finished.
how I need to calm down and then I
Only
don't calm
one
down.
more.
Okay. I don't know if it's meant to be encouraging or annoying, but it's a lot more annoying than it is encouraging, just to let you know. So, please be quiet. Where did we put this one here? Oh, and this one right at the bottom. I see. Like this and like this.
This page is finished. All the
Alright
pages
then.
are reconstructed.
Okay, can you read it now? In your funny French accent? What do we do?
A bottle of solvent.
Do we put it on the cloth? Yeah, okay. And
The
then
cloth is now soaked with solvent.
okay. Now what? We take this and we put it on there. Choo 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 choo. Fixed.
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it.
Interesting.
Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the
Right.
bottom of the garden at Comside.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Probably in the cupboard. Read the reconstructed documents. Okay.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine.
Chronic cough with loss of blood. My gosh.
Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis, causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking.
Did she? No.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust. While wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. hemoptysis, coughing fits with blood, suffers from absences and amnesia.
Absences and amnesia. Oh
Dick
my
Dudley
gosh.
Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What is that guy? Is this guy? He's the killer. Mrs. Asher's birth name. The victim suffered from throat affiliations. Sir Carmichael Clark's medical records have consulted recently. Yeah, the documents come from Dr. Clark's patient records. Yes. Yes, they do.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D. And it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
Mm-hmm.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
Go, quickly.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte
Alexander
Cust.
Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust. How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers.
Nope, I'm just
It's
a
a
detective.
serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
I know where he went. He went to the Black Swan Hotel.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief
Just
Inspector.
trust me.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Encourage him.
Do your best, Jap.
You can count on me.
I don't know if that would really have been him. He probably would have.
Hastings, everything is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key.
Huzzah!
So, has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good
Hooray!
news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Did he kill someone
Well,
anyway?
When I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
Ooh.
He's dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
Oh dear. Oh.
Come now, Chief Inspector. He's at the hospital and the doctors are taking good care of him.
Oh,
think so?
sorry,
Of
Jack.
course. Do not feel down, Chief
I
Inspector.
should have done
Let
it.
us focus on our
Sorry.
investigation.
My
While
bad.
we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
see you there.
Guest house.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
À bientôt. Let's go.
Hastings, we are
Allons-y.
making good progress. Please go and search the room of our number one suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
A dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
Aww.
A
He
visit
was
to the
nervous
dentist is
about
never
it.
an enjoyable prospect.
But an
Aww.
unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Will you though? I'm a little bit worried that there's still an accomplice and we haven't found the accomplice. So
To Marbury Guest House, please.
do we think that it's the lady? Marbury gets out so we can go in here.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Mm-hmm. It's me. Get annoyed seeing her peel potatoes. Why? No.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
True detective.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the war. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Cut used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
Oh, wow.
Ah, I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Maybe...
Take the key on the counter.
Maybe he wasn't the one that did the first two murders.
I should check the register. Mrs.
She could be hiding something.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for...
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
What do you need to say to her? I couldn't read that. You were very quick. I was a lot slower than you. Can we make an observation about her?
This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Yeah, she does. She's smiling. She's got bright eyes. She has pretty necklace on. Smooth movements.
Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel. Mrs. Marbury, If I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favour. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
Is it illegal? Is that illegal?
It doesn't matter, provided that you remembered to change the sheets.
I think so.
I don't know. Okay. Okay, so this doesn't matter. We'll go back. Okay. Is there anything else in this room over here that's private? There's nothing else. Oh, there's a piano.
It is a very beautiful piano. Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time.
It is a very pretty piano, isn't it? Okay, let's go. Upstairs, let's go. 306.
The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder.
The Bexhill murder. That wasn't
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well.
Okay, only one pair of underwear.
Probably the bathing dress
Oh.
prepared by Mrs. Marbury's expert
I thought it
hands.
was underwear. Sorry, my bad.
All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date.
Okay, boxes and boxes and boxes of the ABC stuff.
ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed. It's closed. ABC guy.
I guess I have to pick something up to open it then. Okay. So those are the boxes. Oh, so funny. Okay. Come this way. Oh, bum bum bum.
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon.
Bum bum bum.
This object would probably be useful to me.
But then you're gonna get your fingerprints all over the murder weapon.
It's an ABC.
Yes, it is.
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left.
Oh, are
It
those
is clear that
pencils?
he did not grow up in luxury. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
You have to get the ribbon. Oh, here. Okay.
The
Oh.
left-hand heel has been removed.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. It's actually quite easy, isn't it?
The right-hand heel has been removed.
Da-da-da-da. You take it out now.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC.
Do I have to do something?
I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Yep. What's this?
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick
A.B.
Street, Leicester.
Cust.
To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime.
At all the crime scenes. Sorry, I clicked too early. Ah, okay. So that was that.
War
What's this?
of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's good for you to... Then...
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Okay. Okay. I didn't think it was too much of a mess, but I know that
At least we can
he
say
has
that
issues.
Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Not as much as you are. We can see the medicine, yeah.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher.
For him
This
as well,
subject would
apparently.
probably be useful to me.
Okay. Keep it then. A sedative?
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me.
Will it? Okay. Are we gonna combine the two? Maybe we should combine the two.
Laudanum, a medicine.
How do we do the thing again? I don't think we can. Maybe we can.
I know this medicine.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, well we can look at this box now because we've got the knife. So we can open this box.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings.
Have we looked at everything in here? No. Okay. Okay. Alright, you. So we've looked at the boxes, we've looked at the bed, we've looked at the table. Maybe there's something else here. Maybe we should look at the window or something. I'm not sure. What else? We've looked at everything here, right?
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Okay. Anything else? Are we looking at the pipes?
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
Yeah,
Let us
okay.
now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Where was Cust when the murder took place of the Bexhill murder? there we go. Cust was probably in the Bexhill on the day of the murder.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Okay. I just think maybe we should do a thing here, but it's okay. It's alright. I just have a feeling there's an accomplice.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Bye!
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I don't know,
I'm sorry
I don't
I'm late.
trust
I've
her
spent
all of a
ages with the
sudden.
Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
What must I do? Talk to Jap, okay.
It is now the right time.
Yeah, we're talking to Jap, but I don't understand. There we go.
I had best talk to...
Okay.
I've
How
listened
strange.
closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
The contrary.
That is what we're going to look for.
Okay.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Cust guilty? Okay, he's got the ABC guides at home. Are there any common points between Custer and the killer? The typewriter. The books. And the knife? Yeah. Is Cust's behavior suspicious? He keeps newspapers, he lied about his destination, and he had blood on him. Guilty. Dun dun dun.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However,
It's true.
the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes. Yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
Yeah.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible.
It
Dr.
is.
Say suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
Yep.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
Yes.
A familiar situation.
Is it?
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Very interesting.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Alright.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
I doubt I did, but hopefully if I did, you will find it.
I've been going past this modest guest house for so long. I would never have thought that the ABC case would lead me here.
Haha, interesting. It's a very funny looking cat, to be completely honest. There's nothing else?
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name in Cheshire.
It's Cheshire, but it's okay. He's French.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Walks in front of the car. Are we questioning him? Oh, we're questioning him. Okay. Okay. We got this. We got this. Surely we can do this.
This man is not in good shape.
Nope, his eyes. Look at his eyes. So bad. Pursed lips. Shaking hands. Where else? What else? Posture, yeah. Crumpled jacket. Can't see that very well with the picture.
He is worried and very tired.
Mm-hmm.
And other police have been hard on him.
Shame. Maybe we should be nice then. Maybe he'll talk to us then. Talk to him?
What do you want from me?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna try. Ask if he knows who is speaking to him. Ask who he is. Present yourself.
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Detached. Talk about the
Yes,
letters?
I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
What if... Hear me out. What if the lady wrote the letters? Oh my gosh. Get him to admit that he has
Maybe
forgotten.
you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
You do not believe he's a murderer?
I do not believe that you are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
I hope not.
Doubt. I'm not doing very well. He enjoyed the war?
You
Talk about
suffered
the
during
army.
the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But
They're trying to make me feel sorry for him.
the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Oh.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Get him to believe he's innocent?
Of course, you never considered killing a doctor who took such good care of you.
No, never.
Acknowledges
Do you
going
deny
to
being at the
theatre.
scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
Oh my
The company sent me the
gosh.
typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards. So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember.
Oh dear.
Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Are you gonna pass out? Shaken? Oh dear. Question Cust. I don't think he's gonna answer me right now. Maybe we should give him a sedative?
Take this. It will help you.
Yum.
Oh. I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
Aww. Aww. So now what? Talk to Jack? Okay. Sorry, bud. Are you gonna be okay?
And? What conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better.
Maybe there was someone pushing him to do it?
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. What do we know about Cust's health? Mentally and physically weak. Not the profile of our killer. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the chosen murder? Oh, I see. There we go. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt? He had no reason to kill them. He did not recognize them. He says he didn't write the letters. You would expect them to keep newspapers. There are several details which show that Cust is not guilty. Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Cust is guilty? I don't think so. He had no reason to kill them, and he says he didn't write the letters. Oh dear. It's not him, so then who is it?
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
Uh-oh.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Someone was
Let's
pushing
keep
him
it
to do
simple.
it.
Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then he confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
To do it.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
Oh dear.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Mediocre. Self-confident? No. He seemed so hesitant. There we go. Easy to influence. Seducer. Harmless. Without any charm, yeah. Does he like trains? No. Does not like trains. But Donald likes trains. Is Cust impulsive? No. Angry. Yeah, he's impulsive, but nothing else. Generous? Is Cust generous? Miserly.
You see? Cuss' character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
So then who's the
But if he's a
murderer?
madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
Ooh. Exciting stuff. 24 hours. Let's go. Has it been... Oh, go home. I don't know. I
To
feel
wife
like...
heaven, please.
I think we're going to walk into a trap. I think this is a bad idea.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Okay, do we know where it is? Do we know where the weapon is? I don't know where it is. Oh, is it here?
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
The white ones.
The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets. The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks.
Do I want to load it with blanks or real bullets? Oh, I don't have time anymore, I guess. Real ones, I guess.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
I thought I thought I got the weapon. Oh, I need to give it to him like so.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
I'm too into this right now.
Chief
We
Inspector,
can't
is
stop
that you?
now.
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have
He
you brought
knows,
us
but
here,
I
Mr.
don't know
Poirot?
what he knows.
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a
Is
case
it
is not
all
closed
of
if
them
some questions
together?
remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Perhaps you did.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
That's rude.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Ah, the mistake is intentional. Does it save the murderer, maybe? Why did the killer send his letters to Hercule Poirot? For glory? Inferiority? Xenophobia? He wrote to Poirot because his address is not very well known.
Is everything clear now?
No.
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Yeah.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Very clever.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
Exactly.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
Margaret is
But
very...
if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to.
But that
Let us
you
now try
did.
and get our brain cells to work.
What do we know about Cust? Easily influenced. Cust is mentally fragile and easy to manipulate. How to explain Cust's presence at the crime scenes? He was manipulated.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records.
Okay.
So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan?
Look at Donald's face. Definitely not me.
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Just one murderer is of interest to the killer. Say that the murderer kills for pleasure. There are 3 murderers. Say that the killer has developed a taste for murder. 3 murderers?
There is not one murderer, but 3 accomplices, who all use the same scenario.
Do you mean that 3 murderers with quite different aims joined forces to create a smoke screen?
That's what I thought.
Here's another question. Is it still necessary to find a motive for each crime? And the one in Andover poses problem. Why was poor Mrs. Asher killed?
Indeed. It would be best to forget the theory.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay, so it's not 3 murderers. Just 1 murder is of interest to the killer. Kills for pleasure.
The murderer does not kill out of interest, but for pleasure.
You yourself told us that the murderer was not a psychopath.
Yeah, okay.
Oui, absolument. Therefore, let us look for something else.
It's not a taste for murder because that means that he's a psychopath.
Just 1 murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions.
Maybe?
On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at two potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
Dun dun dun.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
No, he did not.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Oh. Donald was treated by Dr. Clark. Indicate Donald was resting at Churchton. Indicate what firm worked for Clark, maybe?
He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it. And you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
Bum, bum, bum.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark.
That's ridiculous.
Is it?
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer?
I think Mr. Clark.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Donald Fraser. Okay. So, he needs to be clever. He would have made Betty a good husband, attentive and generous. I don't know what to do. Bright man, promising career. Yes. Bright man. Self-confident. Yeah, no. Easy to influence. Don't think it's him. Seducer. Woman liked him, yeah. Likes trains? I'll sleep on the train. I like trains, yes. Yeah, when you said that, I was like, Cold. Quick-tempered. Yeah. He's not very cold. I think it's the other guy. Yeah, he is generous. There's only one thing that's not
Ladies
the
and
same.
gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive,
sitting
and crimes
right
of
there and
passion
he's
are
like,
rarely planned.
Nah.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark.
Yeah.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
He's very cold. I already know that. We should start a successful new year. Take Franklin, he's fallen for sweet charms. School report for Franklin Clark. He was a good student but lacked discipline. So he's clever. Self-confident. I can't read this anymore. It's so small. He's self-confident. Seducer, yes. Likes trains. Railway, yes. Bum bum bum. He's cold. Yeah. Very cold. Generous. Yes. Generous. It is him. It is Franklin Clark.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Yes.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
Franklin is impatient.
Because you are incapable of waiting.
Really? Well, I am no murderer. You presented him as being a cold and patient schemer.
Certes, normalement. But Lady Clark's imminent death precipitated events. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no. You know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà. Light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Fingerprints. Invent an item as proof. Found in Alice Ash's tobacco shop. Say that the proof is going to be easy to find.
Proof is easy to find now that we know where to look.
You have nothing on me. You're bluffing, Mr. Poirot. Come on, Thora, there's nothing for us to do here.
Don't touch me.
Oh dear.
Thora!
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Bum bum bum.
All right. Well played. I lose. The game's up.
Thank you, Thora. Easy peasy.
Don't come near me!
Oh no,
let you
those
take
are
me,
real
Mr. Poirot.
bullets. Oh no, I should have put the blanks in.
Took the law into his own hands.
He had no right. He should have paid for his crimes. I should have expected what he did.
Yeah, I
Come
should
on,
have. I'm
Poirot.
sorry.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Exactly. Hastings, if one day I sound pretentious, please whisper these 3 letters in my ear. ABC. They shall remind me that we all have our limits, even me.
That's good. That's a good lesson. I'm glad that he took like a good lesson from it instead of being like, oh, my career is
Disappointed at
over.
having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
Did you
Donald
really want to be
Fraser and
part of
Meghan
that
Barnard
family?
married.
Yay, they got married. That's
On
exciting.
Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark.
Oh,
The
that's
elderly lady's
sweet.
condition suddenly took a turn for the better.
Oh.
And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission.
Amazing.
Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since.
That's amazing. Oh, Mary. Good caregiver, that one.
Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC.
Wow.
As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press.
Nice.
And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
Dick Dunbar. This is the guy that didn't get killed. But was going to. Yay! That was really cool. I liked it. I am disappointed in myself that I didn't take the blank rounds instead of the real ones. I should have known. I had a feeling and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done this. And then that happened. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but at the same time, I couldn't have known. But I should have known. Anyway, I think it was a really cool game. I would actually love to read the book as well. If you want to try the game for yourself, though, I'll put a link in the description below. It is a very old game, though. But I think it's still cool. I think it's still really relevant. And I have noticed that a lot of games are based on this game, like the mechanics and stuff. There's a new Sherlock Holmes game that just came out that is also very similar to this in like looking for clues and that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I think this has influenced the way that people make like mystery games and that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed it. I love the music, I love the story, I love Poirot, he's so funny. Yeah, if you like it too, please leave a like if you like the video, and please subscribe for more content. So I know I need to do more of these mysteries, and I'm very keen to do them anyway. Cool, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!